This is the third time I have gone live this week. There's a lot happening. There's so much going on that is just so beautiful. Just, oh, my heart is just incredibly full and bursting with light and love and gratitude and joy and hope. Hope. There's so much hope for the potential future that is becoming a new reality now. Just bit by bit, piece by piece. It is so exciting. So I just, what am I saying? What am I saying? I had this really beautiful experience yesterday. Yesterday, my life is becoming one of those things where it's like every day has become like, oh my God, today is one of the best days of my life. Like, this has got to be top 5. You guys, this has got to be top 5 because it was just like thing after thing after thing was amazing. And it's like I'm having multiple days like that in a week. And it just, they get closer. They're happening more frequently. They're happening more often, frequent, same thing. And it's happening more consistently. And as I was contemplating on why this is why, like, what have I done to deserve this amazingness, And also that's faulty thinking. That's faulty thinking that I have to deserve it, because I do inherently, our divine birthright is to deserve this pure joy and this pure bliss and happiness and peace. When we own and claim our holy human journey, when we step into our heroic human journey, when we claim our sovereign divinity here embodied in this vehicle, stuff just becomes magical. It really, really does. But I think one of the biggest things that really contributes to my life just unfolding in such a beautiful way is I have started to totally surround myself with other women. And there's men too. There's absolutely divine, sacred men that are surrounding and supporting us women as well. But there's something so sacred about a sisterhood that allows you to be you fully and not only allows, but celebrates you and shares in those joys and successes with you, and mourns your losses and holds space while you struggle, and wrap you in their arms with compassion, not judgment, not criticism, with compassion. It's okay. I've been there too, and you're going to get through it. There's something so sacred in sisterhood that is just that being held by that feminine energy, that nurturing, feminine, loving, compassionate energy. And yesterday was one of those days. Started my day out paddleboarding with my kiddos. And we had conversations and on the water and in the car ride, and just talking about relationships and our emotions and our traumas and the generational traumas that all of us are trying to heal. And then I got to spend the afternoon with my beautiful Erin and Wendy. And Erin is one of the founders of Sound, Soul, and Magic, that beautiful event that is just so amazing. And Wendy taught Goddess Yoga last night, and she is she's on the board for on Fire Festival in September. So, and you can find more information on those things on our website, on my page, MyMindBodyCollective.com, Jenny. So, but what I really want to talk about was yesterday we just were hanging out, and we're in the greenhouse, just chilling, and we decided to do a Sophia code initiation together. We ended up Buffalo woman, and I'm pulling cards before we start, and I pull Tawadi, which is the red-tailed hawk, and the red-tailed is an omen that circled white buffalo woman as she walked into the camp to bring the peace pipe, the Chinampa. And I was just like, oh my gosh, all of these beautiful things. And then we went to the studio and did goddess yoga last night. And there were these 9 beautiful, courageous women who stepped into goddess energy last night and completely bared their heart, mind, soul, and bodies in such a powerful way, in this sacred circle of safety that women can provide when there's no need to compare. There's no need to judge. There's no need to one up, because we all recognize within each of us and realize that we all have our own unique gifts, and we want to celebrate those gifts. It is not to be judged or criticized or demonized or even something to covet, right? The covet, like, oh, that. It's like, oh, right? Like the pine tree isn't sad that it can't be a sunflower. And the sunflower is not sad that it can't grow apples, and the apple isn't sad that it's not a bee that can fly around, and the bee's not sad that it's a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly. And it's just like, if you look at nature, like if you ever work with me, I'm always, let's look at nature for guidance. Let's look at nature to teach us these beautiful lessons. They own who they are. They tend to be something they're not. They don't put on, a different mask pretending to be like something else. They own who they are. That is the goal of what we're doing at the collective, hands down, is to create a community where people feel safe to own. And yes, we do have a lot of divine masculine and men that come to our studio. There's mostly women, and let's face it, there is a rise in this divine feminine happening right now, where women to learn that they have more power than they know, that they've been told, they've been taught, that they've been ancestrally, over the centuries. We've been, pushed down, suppressed. We've been owned. We've been controlled. The government even trying to control our body. What in the world? And the beautiful Muslim women taking off their wraps and just going, this is me. I'm ready to be free and claim my sovereignty. And it is this beautiful movement that is happening, and I am so grateful to be part of it. And I want to grow this so much. I want to expand it so much. My desire, my hope, my dream is that every woman can feel and experience this freedom that I have. Because it is just, there's not even words to explain it. There's just not words to explain it. And I just keep feeling this overwhelming joy of like, this is my life. This is my life. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like to really be like me, to fully embrace me, stop pretending to be somebody else, to stop putting myself in a box that I think is deemed socially acceptable, or because this is the way my family raised, or this is the culture that my religion taught me, or like, you know what? All of those are beautiful, but they aren't me. Were part of me, but it was like there's this Jenny inside that was just dying to like bust out. And now that I finally have, it's just like, oh, what? And the universe, it just keeps going, oh, but you think that is awesome? Check this out. Oh, it's awesome. Why don't you check this out? And oh, you like that? But wait till you see this. Oh, you thought that was fun? Now try this. And it just, you think this person's amazing, now meet this person, and then that person, and then this person, and how they're all linked and all together, and when we're all working towards the same goal. And it's just so beautiful. Oh. And I know I've been told to keep this under 5 minutes, and I'm already at 10. I don't know how to do things small. So you guys just have to deal with my long, because things are hard to express with words sometimes, it's just sometimes words aren't enough. But soul sisters create this safe space, this safe, sacred space that allows you not only to just be free to be you, but celebrates you, honors you, loves you, embraces you. It helps push you when you need, call you out on your bullshit. Like, I don't think so. Nice try, but I really see who you are, and that's bullshit. So let's just stop that right now. And then sometimes nurtures you through it. Like, okay, let's be gentle with this. Let's be gentle with this. And so if you are looking for soul sisters, if you are wanting to be part of a community that helps raise each other up, and we don't even have to believe the same things. This is the coolest thing. Between Carrie, Jasmine, and I, we have 3 completely different belief systems. We come from 3 completely different backgrounds. And we still come together because we have this common goal. That we don't care where you come from. We don't care what age, race, religion, political status, wealth, none of that matters. All we want is for you to discover who you want to be and to feel free to go after that. That's what we want. And we want to surround ourselves with people like that. That's true unity, right? And going, oh, wow, I'm so glad that works for you. Get after it. I'm going to stay over here and do this thing because this thing really works for me. And then they celebrate me and mine. And it's like, we have fun and we go about our day. Instead of like, no, we have to do it the same. We have to look the same. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. No, it's not how soul sisters embrace the differences. Soul sisters allow, soul sisters create that safe space for healing. Soul sisters unite in traumas, but we don't allow the traumas to sweep us away, chase away. We don't allow them to identify us anymore. We give ourselves permission to go, yeah, that happened to me too. And guess what? We're going to dust that shit off, and we're going to link arms, and we're going to make sure that doesn't happen to anybody else again, because that's bullshit. And we become these powerful, think about it. We are, I was reading in the Sophia Code yesterday, White Buffalo woman, talking to the Native Americans, the women. They were considered the white buffalo in their tribe because the buffalo were not the white buffalo. They were considered the buffalo in their tribe because the buffalo was for all of life. It was food, clothing, shelter, utensils, right? It was all the things that they needed to survive. And the women worked with that thing in their family unit because they were the creators of all life. They brought the families together. They created the families. Yes, with the help of the masculine. I'm not saying they aren't supported here, but when the soul sisters unite and come together and solidify in this unity of connection, then the men naturally gather to support them. That's the role of the divine masculine. The divine masculine are the banks of the river and the flowing of the river, right? And the river brings that sustenance to all of life. Water brings that sustenance and births these new paradigms in the world. And the masculine are the banks that hold it so it doesn't just fizzle. It's like, let's guide you this way, let's go this way. And it's this beautiful dance with divine feminine. But women have been suppressed and repressed for so long that this rising is taking place right now. Us sisters to gather together, to unite together, because for so long we were pitted against each other, right? I mean, this is where that jealousy and came in, was because during the witch trials, if you were caught as being a witch, you could save yourself and your family by outing one of your sisters. So no wonder we are like, well, it's, and we got to clear that shit, because right now nobody's getting burned in their belief systems. No one is, it is safe. It is safe to be seen now. It is safe to allow yourself for who you are, as you are. And it is time to gather together to celebrate these differences so we can support one another in those. That's so necessary, because we have felt so alone for so long, and it is time to be done. It's time to be done on this solo journey. And I got to be independent. I got to do it myself. That is sabotaging your ability to succeed fully in this world. You are not meant to do it alone. You came here on a planet with over 7 billion people because they have things you need and you have things they need, and you have to come together to create this unity. Hi, Mary Beth. Yes, soul sister Mary Beth. All my drum sisters are my soul sisters. Oh, I love it so much. So looking for soul sisters, all you have to do is be open to receive. Just like, I'm ready. And all you really, really have to do is start owning who you are, and they'll start flocking to you. And those you thought were friends might start leaving, and that's okay. You wish them love and light on their way because they're in a different path, and that's fine. But as you rise within yourself, you're going to start gathering in those that are going to meet or raise you even higher. And this is our goal for our Women's Circle Weekend Getaway in September. It is not a retreat where we're going to have all of these lessons and courses and classes, and we're going to have something planned for everything. We're going to have a little bit of structure. Like every morning, I'm going to do mindful movement and meditation. If you'd like to join in my cards and coffee practice, it always includes meditation and movement. So anybody's welcome to join that. We will be doing one sacred ceremony because it will be the autumnal equinox that weekend. So it's going to be a beautiful sacred weekend, sacred ceremony. And we're going to be doing it at Lava Hot Springs, which is an incredibly beautiful land with incredibly healing benefits. There's just so many stories of healing that has happened there with those healing waters. We will be visiting those waters. There's a labyrinth we're going to walk. There's hikes and everything is optional, right? You don't have to do any of it. If you need rest, you're like, I just need to sleep. Come and sleep. If you have a project that you're wanting to finish, bring your project. If you just want to sit and chit chat, come and chit chat. And we just want to gather beautiful soul sisters together. So if you're ready and looking for a soul sister, we would love for you to join us. Also come to classes. You guys start coming to classes. Last night, I just was laying in meditation. I just was so blown away with how vulnerable these women were, how much they opened themselves up to give and to receive. And just that space is so beautiful and sacred. And I just am so honored that I get to be a steward of that space. And right now we're in an incredibly, because I'm getting ready to start my cycle. So I'm really emotional right now, but also incredibly like, this is part of being a sister, right? As we go through these phases where we're just like all the time, right? And it's okay, because I know I've surrounded myself with women that support that. And instead of like, Marnie's such a crybaby, it's like, oh, I just love you. And they give me tissues, but tell me only for your nose, let your tears fall, because your tears, when they fall, they release hormones. And the further they fall down your face, they release different hormones. So they give me tissues, but tell me only to blow my nose. It's like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. But we're currently going through some changes at the studio. We're in the middle of construction, and we don't really have a front space. We're in between 3 businesses right now. And you have to walk through 1 or 2, depending on which side you come in. And it just, change can be really hard. Transition is tough. And I just, we had this full class last night in the middle of chaos. That this beauty can arise out of chaos. And it doesn't matter. Your surroundings don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to experience this bliss of joy and unconditional love and celebration and unity. Oh, my heart is so full from last night. Grateful. Is that Josie? Oh, Josie, it was so beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. So if you would like to come check out the Women's Circle Weekend Getaway, here is the link in the chats. I don't know if that'll show or not. Let's see if it'll show. MyMindBodyCollective.com/store. Oh, there's a P in there. Women's Circle Weekend. So, okay. You guys, I went way over. I was told to go 5 minutes or less, and we're at 20 right now. So, but I don't share these things I'm not trying to like humble brag. I really feel like I share these things with you to go, it is possible. It is so possible, and it is easier than you think. It took me 20 years to get to this. 20 years to figure this shit out. And it shouldn't take that. I don't want to should. Please don't let it take that long for you. Please don't let it take that long for you. I resisted, I struggled, I pretended, I forced, I tried to be what I thought I was supposed to be instead of allowing myself to be who I am. And it's something that is so simple of a concept, but it takes a little bit of practice, and it does take support. And this is where we come in as soul sisters, coming together to help support each other grow in whatever aspect you're needing that support, whether it's financial, whether it's relationships, whether it's parenting, whether it's health, whether it's spirituality, whether it's mental or emotional health, whether it's your relationships with your family or your culture or whatever you're going through. We're here for you. We are here for you. And there's so many different ways you can play. This Women's Circle Weekend is going to be amazing. But also just coming to class is incredible. I've never left a class at the studio feeling like, well, that was dumb. Those people sucked. It was like, oh my God, these people are amazing. And I want to be friends with all of them. In fact, we are we went to a concert with some other friends last week, like students that have become friends, and we're planning camping trips and paddleboarding next week, you guys, next Thursday, come paddleboard, bring your kids, bring your partners. Like, it's going to be so fun. We just want to build community, and we just want to find this way to support one another. And so, I would also really love that if you're watching this far, thank you, by the way, please tag or share on your page, your personal page, share your story, share with friends, because that helps spread this message and helps other people remember they're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. And we're all in this together. All in this together. Okay, I'm going to stop. Kate is going to be so mad at me. I went too long. Okay, anyway, I love you all.